What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the week's hottest topics. You guys, I know I have not done these in quite a few weeks, but we're back this week with some hot topics. So these are going to be the hot topics for the week of February the 18th through February the 21st, you guys. Now, before we go ahead and just talk about these topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor and please stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys can do that by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys, so we got, it's not a lot for me to talk about, but we got some stories to talk about, you guys. So where do we want to start up at? I think we will start up with the story that I really couldn't care too much about, but I definitely want to talk about it. So this first story is going to be about the Zeus Network, you guys. So if you guys have been following me for any length of time, or if you guys know me, you guys know I don't watch those shows on Zeus Network. I did, review a season of Baddies ATL, and you guys know that one of the cast members came at me sideways, so I stopped doing that. You guys know I did, I think maybe one episode or two of Bad Boys LA, and I just dropped that because for me, it was just pretty stupid because with the Zeus shows, they don't have a storyline, and if you don't have a storyline, then I can't really follow this show. It just seems like to me what Zeus Network does is they put a camera in front of these people and just tell them to do whatever, right? And there's no rhythm or rhyme. There's no rhyme or rhythm to what they do, right? And then if they get into a fight, they have to recap what happened in the fight the next day. Oh, bitches, you see that last night was crazy. What you talking about? The fight, like, Jonathan and Milan, like that was crazy. Or Natalie and whoever, like they just have to recap the fights or whatever happened at the clubs or whatever. And my issue when it comes to Baddies is season one of Baddies was terrible. It just put those women into a house and basically told them to do whatever, right? Season two, I did watch season two, Baddies South. It was an upgrade from Baddies ATL, but it wasn't much of an upgrade, right? Because every episode they're talking about, we gonna get to the bag, we gonna get to the bag. And I still have yet to figure out what the bag is that they're getting to. So now you have season three of Baddies. I think it's Baddies West. I could be right, I could be wrong, but I think it's Baddies West. I haven't watched it at all. I actually canceled my membership to Zeus. I canceled my membership to Zeus when Zeus greenlit the show for Krishan and Blueface. That was really it for me. And then what even solidified me never coming back to Zeus was the fact that I saw an article from Hollywood Unlocked that the producers of Baddies, not Baddies, but the producers for Bad Boys Houston, they were looking to bring Orlando Brown on this show. And I was like, okay, that's it, right? And then these blogs always post about, Baddies West, South, East, West, East, South, North, and West, right? They always want to post about them. But then in their caption, they always want to say that they don't condone bullying or violence or domestic abuse, right? But I think that that's a contradiction. I believe that that's a contradiction. It's like, not all money is good money. And I don't know how y'all post these clips, but you want to say that you don't condone this stuff, but you kind of do condone it if you're posting it on your site. You're condoning it. I don't care what you put in your headline or your tags. Like, you condone that shit, because if you don't, I wouldn't post this. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not posting this. Like, I know that a lot of these blogs are on Lemmy's payroll, right? But at what point do you say money over my morals, my values, and my integrity? Like, that's the question that I have. So I said all of that because if you guys don't know, there's a pay-per-view fight between Natalie Nunchen and Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I believe she's now on Baddies West, right? So there's a pay-per-view fight between those two. I think that pay-per-view fight is supposed to take place Saturday. I'm not positive. I have no intentions of watching it. I couldn't care less, right? Mind you, I just saw, I don't know if it was Neighborhood Talk or the Jasmine brand, one of those blogs. They posted how much it's going to cost to watch that fight. For a whopping $29.99, you guys can watch the fight between Tommy and Natalie. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but I'm pretty sure someone's going to do it, right? It wouldn't be me. So, Natalie and Tommy have been all over the blogs this week because they're out there in London, right? Now, I don't know if they're filming out there for the show because all I saw is Rolly, Scotty, Natalie, and Tommy. And they were doing this press conference. Well, actually, this is before the press conference. They were in a room that looked like it would be for a press. I don't know what press they're getting. I'm gonna leave that one alone too, but what press are y'all doing, right? But like I said, they're in London, and one of the clips that I saw, it was Tommy. Tommy is in some scrubs. And then she said she's a CNA, but I'm like, baby, if you a CNA, that doesn't transfer internationally, I don't believe. I believe that would only be, they don't even transfer statewide. Like if you go from state to state, you still have to get your certifications for certain states. I would think, right? But she says she's a CNA. No, now in this video, you can hear Rolly addressing Tommy. I think she called her a weird ass bitch. I think that's what she called that woman. So then her and Rolly were talking, and then she walked by and she just bitch slapped the hell out of Natalie. Now Natalie is somebody that I don't like, but I was like, damn. And then she snatched the woman's wig off. Natalie snatched her wig off. Natalie, the fact that Natalie just, when she gets hit and shit, that mouth be going forever. I'm like, Natalie, we know you're not a fighter. We know that. I for sure know that because I've watched pretty much not every. I was a Bad Girls Club fan. So I know you can't fight, Natalie. So the thing that threw me in that particular scene too, this shit that I saw, was the fact that Tommy grabbed a knife. And I was like, this is what I be talking about when it comes to Zeus. Y'all cast some of these people that y'all know y'all shouldn't cast, and then y'all want to be surprised when they do stuff like that, right? Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That was a stupid, like, y'all know that Tommy has an issue with violence, with alcohol. Did y'all not watch Love and Hip Hop? Did y'all not hear about the fact that she tried to run Jocelyn over with her car? Like, what did y'all expect bringing this woman on this show, on this network? Like, Lemmy is scum of the earth. I gotta say how I feel about Lemmy Plummer. I think the man is scum of the earth, right? So after this, they had the press conference, right? And Tommy got upset and left the press conference because I heard Rolly had asked her a question. I don't know what the question was, right? But Tommy got up and left, right? Now, let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room with this situation. So before I saw the video where Rolly and Tommy were arguing, I saw a video between Scotty, Rolly, and Natalie, and that boy Jonathan. Can I speak on Jonathan real quick? I don't know him personally, and I didn't really watch Bad Boys. Like I said, I didn't watch Bad Boys. I dropped off. It was boring. It was stupid to me. It made no sense to me. And I'm not going to sit here and watch a show that I just think is killing my IQ, my brain cells, and I think is ridiculously stupid, right? So, remind you, they're in London, right? I don't know why they're in London, but they're in London. And also, Chris Brown is in London. So, Rolly was talking about the fact that they were at Chris Brown's concert. I believe they were in his VIP. I was like, wait a minute, Rolly. You and Tommy were in Chris Brown's VIP? The fuck? Y'all know y'all not his type, right? Rolly, you're definitely not. No shade to Rolly. I think I actually like Rolly. Actually, I really do like Rolly from when I watched Baddies South. I think that's what it was. I get these confused. When I was watching Baddies South, Rolly was somebody that I did like, right? And she's a lot. I really don't understand why Rolly, when she gets into fights, nobody's wigs are ever tacked down on baddies. Nobody's wigs are tacked down. They just plop those wigs on. Because every time they get in a fight, the wig is the first thing to come off. But Rolly, I'm like, girl, you know you're not Chris Brown's type, right? You're a dark-skinned woman, and you're a big girl. Two things he doesn't like. He likes racially ambiguous women. The closest thing that he got to non-racially ambiguous is Rihanna. But you ain't his type, and neither is Tommy. That's why when when she said that they went in his VIP section, and Tommy wanted to see his son, and then they whisked his son away, and she said, fuck his son. I was like, well, that's a little harsh. And then they would like, it was a group of niggas that tried to jump them because of Tommy. Then she got on live and talked about it. I was like, and she did say, fuck his son. I was just like, wait. The thing that blows me with Tommy is like, girl, you are somebody's grandmother. But why am I surprised with Tommy? I mean, we heard and saw about her whooping her daughter's ass, going down to that school and whooping her daughter's ass. So don't nothing shock me when it comes to Tommy. Like, it's so interesting because you guys know for years, Akbar V said that she beat Tommy's ass in a studio. Girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, Akbar, I find that hard to believe, especially seeing the fact that you can't fight, that you windmill. Tommy is a god dang lunatic. That woman's a lunatic. I will take the lunatic over a woman who bobs and weaves. So I want you guys to tell me down in the comment section, what do you guys make of this whole situation with Zeus? Are you guys still subscribed? Are you guys subscribed to Zeus? Do you guys, I think, and I honestly will say the fact that they're doing a pay-per-view special for this fight that nobody asked for between Tommy and Natalie, and they want somebody to pay $29.99, damn, $30, it's going to be $30 plus the fees, right? Why? And people already pay $5.99 a month. Bitch, I wish I would. But again, I'm not subscribed to Zeus. I don't watch the Zeus Network. I have no affiliation with it. I would never have affiliation with the Zeus Network. And let me just say that he does have other programming on the network that people don't watch. That's because you don't promote it. You promote the low-hanging fruit. And it's the exploitation of black women and black men in a negative light, right? That's why people feel that they can say the things that they say about black people because of depictions of us like these. And like I said a few minutes earlier, Love and Hip Hop, we used to watch that. Love and Hip Hop wasn't any better, but this right here, the Zeus Network, is bottom of the barrel trash. I want you guys to let me know what you guys think about all of that stuff in the comment section below. And we're going to pause here and we're going to move on to the next story. All right, you guys. The next story we're going to talk about is the situation with Jonathan Majors, right? So I don't know what magazine Jonathan Majors posed for, but I believe he's the cover of the magazine. So he has on this floral looking jacket, right? Or coat. He has on these pants and he has no shirt on, right? So in one of the pictures, you can see him, he's sitting with his legs open and the jacket is open so you can see his abs and whatnot, right? Then you got a picture of him with his legs crossed. And this is where I try not to when it comes to things like this, I try not to read the comments because I know that it's going to be stupidity in it. It's going to be a lot of stupidity and a lot of ignorance in the comment section, right? And the thing that blew me is the blog that I saw it on. So I saw this posting on the Neighborhood Talk. Now, if you guys don't know, Kyle, the guy who runs the neighborhood talk, is a gay man, right? And everything in the comment section about this photo shoot was negative. It was all about the gay community. It was all about, it's too feminine. He's gay. That's gay. We don't support this. We don't support that. Number one, you guys, it's a photo shoot. Number two, oh, we emasculating the black man. So I do want to say one thing towards the emasculation of the black man, right? Emasculating the black man. So, you guys, some of you, not all of you, some of you have an issue with emasculating a black man. You have an issue with that, right? So emasculating a black man, that's a no-no. But then you uplift toxic masculinity. How does that make sense, right? You have this, what you might call, quote unquote, effeminate man, and he is respectful of women, he treats women with respect and everything. And then you have a toxic motherfucker over here that cheats on you, abuses you, makes you look foolish, disrespects you, doesn't see you as his equal, think you're beneath him, right? But you're okay with that. But this man who's just, and from what I don't watch a lot of anime, but I do watch some, but he was dressed as an anime character. But like I said, in the comment section of the neighborhood talk, it was a lot of talk about emasculating the black man. Or, I don't like him no more because I don't like that. A lot of the people who were saying that they don't see him the same way, let's be 100% real and let's be honest with each other. Jonathan Majors was never checking for you, ever, boo. I just got to be real with you, because I saw a lot of, and the thing that blew me was it was a lot of women in the comment section talking about this is emasculating the black man. Oh, this looks gay. Now, just because the man is wearing pink and he's got his legs crossed, that means he's gay. I mean, there are a lot of older men that sit with their legs crossed and they have buku amount of kids, they're married. But that makes them, a man crossing his legs meaning he's gay. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I just learned that this week, that a man crossing his legs means he's gay. Okay, I mean, I guess, like I said, you're okay with the toxic masculine man, but you're not okay with, you're okay with the toxic masculine man, but you're not okay with the effeminate man. A man who is, and I also find it funny that when it comes to men talking about, oh man, that shit is feminine. I also find it when men talk about it, this is the men who feel some type of way about it. I feel that men who feel some type of way about it are men who are not secure in who they are as a man in their masculinity and in their sexuality, right? Because if you can look at certain things and think that internalize that as, oh, that's gay, oh, that's feminine, that means that you're not comfortable in yourself. You're just not. And that's just how I feel. You guys can agree or disagree, but that is literally just how I feel about the situation. I didn't see anything wrong with the photo shoot. I truly didn't. He's wearing pink. Oh, the fuck well. He crossed his legs. Oh, the fuck well. Why do y'all care? Like, people care about things that absolutely do no harm or anything. Like, if it does nothing positive for your life, why the fuck do you care? Like, that shit blows me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and I think the other thing that blows me is the people who make the think pieces about this shit. It's just like, it's not that deep. Now, what I said be a think piece? You could look at it that way, right? But I didn't come up with a think piece to tear it down, talk negatively about it. I just honestly, I don't even say what I said is a think piece. What I said is I'm just pointing out the facts of the situation. Like, to the women who saying they don't look at him the same, he probably was never going to look at you in the first place, number one. To the women who saying it's emasculating the black man, are you okay with toxic masculinity or no? Like, you got to pick and choose. Like, because the same women who talking about that's emasculating the black man, but then they also want to say whenever they see something negative about a black man, talking negatively about a woman or anything, that's that toxic masculinity. So which one do you like, sis? Do you like a toxic masculine man, or do you like a man that is, it's just, to me, it's stupid. It just really wasn't that deep to me. And like I said, the real issue that I didn't even have an issue. I don't have an issue with how people think and feel, right? I have an issue with ignorance. That's what I have an issue with. Is I have an issue with ignorance. But then on top of the ignorant, we have an issue with the ignorance. I really did have an issue with Kyle posting this. It's like he does this I just don't understand. He posts a lot of things, and he never turns the comment section off, right? Because he posts about Zaya Wade, he posts about Lil Nas X and stuff like that, and it just be like, you're a part of the gay community, and it's like you want people to say things negatively in the comment section, right? That's just my personal opinion. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about this situation. Do you think that it's emasculating a black man? And if you do think that it's emasculating a black man, I have no issue with that. I don't. But I do pose the question, are you okay with toxic masculinity, right? What are you okay with and what are you not okay with? My question is, what are you okay with and what are you not okay with when it comes to the black man? Like, what is it? Do you want to, like, it's like, do you want a hyper masculine man, toxic masculine man? Like, what do you want? I'm confused. But yeah, definitely tell me in the comment section, where do you guys stand? And again, no judgment. I just want to know. But let's pause here and move on to the next story, you guys. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Kim Zolciak. Kim Zolciak Biermann, a name that I don't really care to talk about these days, but she's been in the news all this week, right? So you guys know, last year they said that her home was up for foreclosure, right? Now, she denied it then, and she still stayed in her house after, the auction happened for her home, right? Because they said it had sold for, basically pennies at that point, but she's still in her house, right? So now her house is once again back up on the auction block. And I was like, but I thought somebody bought it. So Kim is once again saying that that's not true. I don't know, sis. I believe that this might be true, right? Now, Kim Zolciak is not my favorite person in the world. Don't see it for her at all. I know that I've heard that she's making some appearances on The Real Housewives of Atlanta again. Why? And I also want to ask the question, I still wonder this question. Why was Tardy for the Party on for as long as it was? And how much money did that woman make? Like, that's the other question. How much money did you make each season from that show? Like, because the math just isn't mathing. And what it is when it comes to Kim, I believe Kim was living above her means, right? Because I think Kim took out a loan on her home and she hasn't paid it back, right? But when the money's not coming in, because I know Kim is out there reselling her wigs, who's buying them and why? Kroy's not in the NFL anymore. What the hell do y'all do for money? What the hell do they do for money? I know that at the season 10 reunion, she was trying to talk about one of her companies made, what, 15 million? Okay, girlfriend, if you made that much money, why did you take out a loan on your home? And then you haven't paid it back. I would love to understand the logic and the reasoning behind that, because it just makes absolutely no sense to me, right? So, on top of the fact that home is up for auction, her American Express card, right? They want her to pay them back too. And they're trying, I think at one point I read that they were trying to garnish her wages from the show. What the hell, again, what the hell was Kim making from that show? And, you know, oh my God, y'all keep sending me this message. Your Amazon account has been locked. No, it has not. My Amazon, have y'all been getting like, do y'all get like spam text messages, spam text from people like saying that they're with Amazon or who else? Amazon, Netflix and stuff like that, talking about your account. People have been trying to access your account and that they're gonna lock you out in a few days if you don't respond. Cause I've been getting the same text message for the last few days and I was just on my Amazon account yesterday and I have Amazon Prime on my television and you guys know I watch Harlem, so there's nothing wrong with my Amazon account. Like I at one point had somebody send me a text message talking about my, it was talking about my Wells Fargo account was compromised. I was like, good, and I texted back and said, good try, because I don't have a Wells Fargo account. At the time I didn't. Now I do, but I was like, good try, nice try. I don't have an account there. No, it wasn't Wells Fargo, it was USAA or somewhere. I was like, I don't have an account wherever they said that I had an account at. I said, nice try, but I don't have an account there, right? What are you talking about? Oh, Kim. I'm trying to figure out why Kim's show was on. I still want to know what was the reason that show was on for as long as it was. I never watched an episode of this show. I know that there was one night that I left Bravo on and I could hear it in my ear because I was asleep. I could hear it, but I didn't wake up to watch it. It was like, oh, that's Kim's show. I never got the draw to her family. But Bravo kept renewing that show. But they did not renew Kandi and the Gang. And I have an issue with that because I love that show, right? But yeah, so Kim has to pay that credit card bill and that house is in foreclosure, going to auction. But again, she denies this foreclosure. I'm like, girl, you can deny it all you want to. If that house sells, you and your family gotta get out. Oh, Jesus. Again, I just really wonder what they're doing for money. You know, she said she doesn't want to go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But girl, if you ain't got nowhere to stay, I think you might want to take that check back. Pull a Cynthia. Take a friend of a role. Let me ask y'all this question about Kim Zolciak, since we're talking about her real quick, and Housewives of Atlanta. How would y'all feel if Kim came back to Housewives full time? I don't know if I would be here for it. Me personally, I don't think I would be here for it. Because, yeah, I don't think I would be here for it. Oh, what I was going to say earlier before I got the text message, I knew what I was going to say. You know, we can say whatever we want to say about NeNe Leakes, right? But I think NeNe did have a few valid points in that lawsuit. Because you gotta wonder, why does somebody like Kim get a show on Bravo for 9 seasons and the ratings were horrible, deplorable, piss poor, right? But then you have Kandi who gets multiple spinoffs, right? And I think a good majority of her spinoffs were just were supposed to be one and done, right? But Kandi and the Gang, that wasn't a one and done. They were hopeful for a season 2, but they didn't get a season 2. And I'm kind of confused why they didn't get a season 2, because her ratings were no more better or worse than Kim's ratings were. So I just didn't understand it, you guys. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this situation with Kim? Are you guys interested in seeing Kim back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I mean, sis needs a check at this point. No shade to you, girlfriend, but you need a check. Gotta be real with you. But let's pause here and let's move on to the next story, you guys. All right, you guys, so the next story we're gonna talk about is Reasonably Shady, something I never thought I would talk about. The Reasonably Shady podcast that stars, Gizelle Bryant and Robin Dixon. So I think that they were either trying to copyright it or trademark it. I think they were trying to copyright Reasonably Shady. What? Oh God, that's podcast. I just can't even believe that people actually listen to that podcast. Do you guys listen to that podcast? No judgment here if you listen to the Reasonably Shady podcast. But leave it in the comments. I would really love to know who listens to that podcast, right? I mean, they're doing pretty well with the podcast, so obviously somebody's listening to it. You know, it could be them on repeat. But that was shade. But like I said, so they're trying to, I believe it's copyright Reasonably Shady. So Reasonably Shady. I'm gonna say that one more time. Reasonably Shady, not Slim Shady, right? So you guys know Eminem is, you know, his song, The Real Slim Shady. Well, The Real Slim Shady, please stand up. So he's trying to block them from copywriting Reasonably Shady because he says that it is too close to Slim Shady. Now, I have to, despite the fact that I just don't like Giselle or Robin, I have to defend those two women. First of all, they've been having this podcast Reasonably Shady now for what? Since last season, right? So at least a year, right? Or two. So you mean to tell me when they went for the copyright, this is the first time that he's heard about it? I mean, it's on Apple. It's on anything. It's on anywhere you get your podcasts. So I'm kind of confused by that, right? But then he's saying that Reasonably Shady is too close to, you would think of Slim Shady. I don't think so. Slim Shady was a song that you made almost over, that's actually been longer than 20, it's been 20 something years since you made that song. Reasonably Shady, we know what that means. Like they're being reasonable about their shade that they're throwing at other people, right? Like, we know that. Robin is the quote unquote reasonable one, and Giselle is the quote unquote shady one. Baby Giselle, I don't know how you can consider yourself shady in any sense of the word. You don't know how to throw shade or read for shit. Because and I said, I don't know if I said this in my video or not, but when it comes down to Giselle, Giselle is one of those people who, she has people write, like, I feel like, you know, she has people write her reads and her shade in for her interviews because it never translates at the reunion. Because anytime somebody reads her at the reunion, she's quiet as a church mouse, right? So I think you might want to change that one because you're not shady. You're just a mean person. You're just a mean, vicious person, right? So yeah, for him to say that that is too close to Slim Shady, I just disagree with that. And then the fact that I think he's already copyrighted the word shady. I'm so when it comes to that. So you can just copyright a word that's already in the Webster dictionary, and then that word has been in a shady. It's in the Webster dictionary, number one. It's a term that the gay community uses when you shade people, right? I don't know. I think it's stupid and I think it's frivolous. That's my personal opinion. And I just cannot believe the fact that I really just defended Robin and Giselle. It's the ground must be getting a little cold because I just defended two people that I just don't see it for. But I definitely want you guys to tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And that's really all I got for this. Let's pause here and move on to the next story. All right, you guys. So the next story that we're going to talk about, I should have brought my laptop in here with me, but I think I can remember what I read in this story. So this next story is about T.I. and Lil Boosie. Again, like I just said about the Reasonably Shady, this is definitely two people I don't care for. So from what I read, T.I. and Lil Boosie were supposed to be working on this joint album together. I think they started working on it in 2021, but Boosie has dropped out. Now, I'm finna be, Lil Boosie. I get your stance on where you stand about working with T.I., but sir, when is the last time you had a single out or a song out, right? When was the last time you had any kind of music out? I don't think you should be turning down any kind of gigs, right? Because now I ain't counting your pocketbooks, but sir, you ain't got no music out. The music from Boosie that I know of is from the early 2000s. You know, well, not the early 2000s, like the late 2000s, like 2008 and 7, and you know, when I graduated high school, and I'm aging the shit out of myself, right? But that's the music I know of. Because you were in prison for some time, and yes, sir. You can't turn down any kind of money, sir. And for the life of me, I really wish black men would stop going and doing interviews with Vlad TV. Please, for the love of God, stop interviewing with that man. He is, I don't like his video. Vlad TV's videos do come across. I've been suggested to the Vlad TV YouTube channel before, but I'm not gonna go over there and watch anything on Vlad TV. Abso-fucking-lutely not, right? So Boosie did an interview with Vlad TV, basically telling Vlad that the reason that he didn't do the song with T.I., the album with T.I., is because of, his words that T.I. is a rat. In no uncertain terms, he called him a rat, right? Because he was. I think this rat situation goes back to the year 2000. So 23 years ago, right? I mean, damn. So I think if I'm reading it correct, if I read it correctly, there somebody. It was a situation with a gun charge, right? And that T.I. was given a deal, and he took the deal and he turned on Boosie's cousin, right? So then T.I. came out with a long ass post basically saying he got the paperwork to show that he ain't snitched on nobody. Child, I couldn't care less. I really couldn't, you guys. I just want to talk about it because I need something to talk about to, bide my time. But I couldn't be bothered to give a shit about a T.I. and a Lil Boosie beefing with each other. I don't see it for either one of them. I think they're both deplorable, disgusting human beings. My personal opinion. You guys might like T.I., you guys might like Boosie. It is what it is. I don't see it for either one of them. I actually think they're the same person. They think too much of themselves, for one. Especially that guy dang on T.I. Ugh. And the sad part is, the sad and the crazy part about this is, I, at one point, like both Boosie and T.I. Actually, the crazy thing is, all the rappers that I used to like back in the day, I don't see it for not one of the male rappers, that is, right? Boosie used to be my second favorite artist, right? Lil Wayne was my top. Lil Wayne was number one for me. And I still do. I pretty much know every Wayne album, right? But I don't see it for Wayne anymore. I don't see it for Wayne. I don't see it for Boosie, and I damn sure don't see it for Clifford T.I. Harris. No sir, no ma'am. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions about this situation, I definitely want you guys to chime in the comment section. If you guys, if there's more to the story that I missed, leave it in the comments as well. But I think I got it. I think I got the gist of it. Either way it go, it sounds very stupid. It sounds very stupid. It's very stupid. It's very childish, and it's very juvenile. But that's it, you guys. Let's pause here and let's move on to the last story of the week. All right, you guys. So the last story this week that we want to talk about is we want to give a congratulations to Jessica Dupart and Da Brat. So Big Booty Judy and Da Brat are expecting their first child together. And I saw it. I was scrolling down my timeline. I think it was Monday. I was scrolling down my timeline and I just happened to see it. And I was like, wait, whoa, 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 pump the brakes. So yeah, the reason why I say pump the brakes, you guys, because now I don't watch Brat Loves Judy. It's just not something that I ever gotten into. I know at one point you guys asked me would I review it, but I never watched the show, right? I love Brat and I like Judy, but I didn't think that I wanted to watch that show. Nothing personal against him. I just didn't think I want to watch it. Just the same like I don't watch What the Flocka. I don't watch that either, right? The only thing that on WeTV that I watch is Growing Up Hip Hop, which I need to get caught back up on Growing Up Hip Hop so I can start back reviewing it. So I'm gonna watch Growing Up Hip Hop sometime today, you guys, and it should be up on it should be up on Saturday or late Saturday, right? It should be up late Saturday. Because I'm four episodes behind, but I think I'm 4 episodes behind at this point. So I just need to go back and rewatch all the episodes. I'm not gonna go back and review all the episodes. I'm just gonna start from this week, and then we'll be back on track with it. Because I know Romeo returns this week, so I definitely want to see that episode and talk about it. But yeah, Brat is pregnant. It looked like she looked like she's pretty far in her pregnancy. Because her stomach is already out, so she's pretty far in that pregnancy. She looks really pretty. She looks very pretty. So congratulations to the happy couple. But you guys, that's really all I got for this week. We do this the same time, same place, same channel. Sorry, you guys, that I ain't done it in a few weeks, but I'm gonna be more consistent, you guys, with hot topics. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about these topics that we discussed in this video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe, you guys. Stay blessed. Wash your hands. Be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys.